Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Playing Games with Strangers. I am your DM tonight. And for our patrons who are watching the video, you'll notice we have another face at the table tonight. This is probably about the biggest crew that I've ran on this show since we've started. So this will be a challenge. But the cat's out of the bag after the last episode, if you were listening to it. So
Catherine's out of the bag.
That's funny. I didn't even think about that.
Sure you didn't.
So with us this evening, we do in fact have Catherine. Trying to remember
I believe in you.
Serwinski.
Heck yeah.
Points.
We call her Squid.
Yep.
For reasons I am unaware of. And I'm just going clockwise on my screen here. Next to Squid, we have Mr. Stephen McDonald, my partner in crime in so many projects.
Crazy, many number of projects. But yeah, this one too.
Next to him, we have Celeste Mora.
Hello. I have nothing witty.
I was going to say, that was enthusiastic.
I'm chewing a Reese's. Not Reese's. It's not a Reese's, but it is a Reese's.
Okay. And then under her, we have Josiah D. Crandall.
That's me. The D stands for
The D stands for poo.
Dungeons and Dragons. Got it.
And underneath Josiah, we have Dallas Mora.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Glad to be here.
Glad to have you. It's Mr. Geek Devotions himself.
Hey, I know him.
I would hope so.
She's my roommate.
That's what I was going for, but then I decided that would be too awkward. Thank you, dear.
It's okay, Celeste. I almost made it more awkward with my initial thing I almost said when you said that.
Thank you for not. I don't know what you were going to say, but thank you for not.
Oh, brother.
Oh, someone put it on together
you
mode.
people.
Yuck.
Oh,
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Now. Oh,
Sinners,
together
Steve.
now.
All right, and then next to Dallas Mora, we have J.S. Earls, the grumpy old man telling the kids to get off his lawn.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the center, the Alice to our Brady bunch, we have Dave Clements.
Hi. Yeah. I did a gag for a video that didn't translate to audio, and I thought it was funny.
It was amusing to watch, except for on my screen, you're not in that spot. So
Right.
It was really funny.
Yeah, it was funny on my screen. Does anybody have anything to promote? Josiah, do you have any more movies coming out?
Not right now. Right now I'm working on podcast for JS. So
JS, do you have any books coming out? You're muted, homie.
I'm eating popcorn.
yeah, see.
Shame on me for inviting you to be a part of this podcast.
John, we can promote this Sithra podcast. Which
Yes.
will be coming up
Yes.
soon.
The what?
Sithra. It
Is
is
it Citra or is it Citra? 'Cause I've
Sithra.
been
Citra.
saying it wrong.
Sithra.
You've been
Yep.
saying it wrong.
It
Aw,
is a
man.
graphic novel by Jason Brubaker, and we are
Oh,
adapting
heck yeah.
it into an audio format. So we've got
Word.
the first episode all recorded, and we're in the sound design process right now. So
That's a fun looking story. I've read
Yeah.
the first part of it.
you can
I've,
check it out online. It's a webcomic too. So
it's a webtoon. I've finished
Webtoon,
it.
yep.
It is
Oh,
amazing.
it's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, and also before I forget and before we start the show, everybody, please set your browsers over to the Sages portal. They are our official, unofficial distributor of stuff, and we have stuff that isn't t-shirts to distribute. So
Are you talking to us or the people listening to this episode?
Yeah.
I'm talking to the people in the episode.
Okay.
Both, you know?
Yep.
Make
I'm
your
already there.
homepage Sages
I mean,
Portal.
I'm going.
We'll
Are
have
we
a link over at playinggameswithstrangers.com.
Are we supposed to be there?
Nice.
No, you don't have to be there, man.
Okay, good. Because
You should never leave Sages Portal if you're doing
pushing
it.
any more buttons tonight is going to be.
So with that being said, let's go ahead and roll some music and
Some dice.
find out what's going to happen, because I have no idea. I'm in the driver's seat, but I have no control at this point. So roll the music.
Harju!
strangers. Play, play, play. I'm playing games with strangers. Play, play, play. I'm playing games with strangers.
Dearest Journal, it is very nice to meet your acquaintance. I hope you are well. I am writing this at the suggestion of my mentor, Brother Da. He is a nice enough fellow, but very confusing. He has been teaching me to forget my past and how to make a good lemon meringue. I'm not really sure how seriously he takes things. Since I last wrote, we got the Pooh Squad back together. Everyone is doing well. Gareth is his normal self. Orbog seems less happy, but he has a new tattoo, so that's cool. Aileen's family has gone missing, and Wilder was in trouble, but lucky for him, I'm an expert at trouble. Oh, and guess what else? My best friend, Callum, is back. Perhaps he knows what's going on with Christopher's tomb. And that is all.
So we pick up with Callum's last remarks from the last episode. I have no idea how this is going to go. So, go.
Stand in there. Bye, Pooh. Hand on your shoulder. There we go.
Oh, Callum. Callum.
Yeah.
Callum.
Yeah.
Is that you there, Callum?
Yeah. I'd say so.
Oh. But you were dead, and now you're here. And
Yeah, there's been a lot that's happened lately, Pooh.
yes, a lot has happened, but you're not dead.
Give or take, I suppose. Yeah.
And I start I grab your face and kind of
Callum kind of flinches a little bit when he does it, but we'll allow it to happen.
Yes, I believe that this is the real Callum.
Can I just take a little look around?
I
Just
We
turn
all,
me.
we all know
Yeah,
what's going on now.
I turn around with Callum in my hands.
Everyone, look! It's Callum!
I will, first of all, don't know Wilder, so I don't pay attention to you at all. No offense, Wilder.
I'm not paying attention either.
It's fair. And we'll see the other three and pause.
Also, there's a dragonborn that looks remarkably like me, except it's red.
Oh, that's with a nice hat on top?
Yes, with a hat.
Oh, that's right. You were wearing that, weren't you?
I am not paying attention to anyone but Aelin. And I will sour immediately. You're still with her, Pooh?
With, oh, no, that's Wilder. I know he looks a little, but that's a he.
I mean, that one. And I will point at Aelin.
Oh, yes. Well, she was very nice to us. Oh, she's helped us through a spot of trouble.
I think you and I have two very different ideas of how she is. Is that where you've been this whole time? With her?
Well, first, we were trying to save you, and then we were trying to save everything else from Christopher, and, Carrot, and, Damien, and, the Nose Demon, and, I think that's about it.
I think coming here was probably the wrong idea.
No, Callum, don't go. We can. How about we all get together and talk? Brother Panda, come here. He's good at things. He's good at these things.
That's right. Drag him into it.
Oh, Callum, I'd like you to meet Brother Panda. Callum.
Hello.
Callum, this is Brother Panda. He's helping me process my emotions of killing you.
I see.
And Brother Panda.
And what about the rest of it then? You know, the killing me aside.
Trying to rescue you and you Dean's in the prison thing.
It's been 2 years, Pooh. 2 years.
You know,
And I thought you were dead. And it turns out you've been hanging out with her.
Well, I haven't honestly been hanging out with her for 2 years. I see where the confusion comes in.
I don't think I'm the one that's confused, Pooh. I know that you're with the one that made me end up in prison to begin with.
To be fair, yes, that's true. But she really didn't mean to, right?
Well, to be fair, I didn't know you, but I did try to help save you, and then we got shanghaied.
Before or after you got payment for turning me in?
Well, I think the payment went to feed Pooh.
What?
Oh,
He eats
wonderful.
a lot.
So I'm glad that I kept your stomach full, Pooh.
No,
Very happy
it wasn't.
for you.
It wasn't. I didn't eat any of your money.
Panda's just standing there looking back and forth like, this is getting a little wild.
No, he's by the bar.
That's wilder.
Gareth, how about you come over and say hi to Callum? You're good at words.
Do I notice anything particular about Callum that would be different than normal?
From what you can discernibly see, there is some scarring along his face and neck, but otherwise, same old
Alright.
happy, cheerful Callum.
But I'm a paladin, so just knowing
Yes, indeed you are.
that whole thing, so
Boy, oh boy, if we had paladin abilities.
it would just look like Callum to me.
Callum with some scars.
Okay.
Unless you decide to do something else.
John, did you get
In all
my
15 episodes, I've never seen it happen, so.
No.
John, did you get my
I love you
my
all.
did you get my John, did you get my my text there post over on Facebook?
Yeah, just oh, that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that. He says, oh, that.
Oh, that. Oh, well, while you're thatting.
Well, you can say that you're doing that out loud. That doesn't have any components to it that you have to worry about. So if you're just doing that, you can say that out loud so the listeners know what you're doing.
Okay, but if I'm doing that, would I hear what Pooh is saying, or am I sort of
No, you're aware of what's going on.
Okay. Then I will do that. I'm using divine sense because this is someone that I
stinks in here.
this is someone that it was pretty sure that we were there when this person died, and I want to make sure that everything. I want to make sure that everything is okay in the paladin way before I make any action. So I'm going to open my awareness.
Okay. Well,
The reason I said it stinks in here is not because I think that's a bad thing to do.
what you pick up when you do this,
Mm-hmm.
you pick up undead off of Callum.
Like a noxious odor, one might say.
She's not dead yet. He's not dead yet. He's feeling quite better.
Only mostly dead.
All dead. All you can do is search the pockets.
Like Walking Dead when they wear like dead people's clothes. Just
Let's keep it focused, kids.
Anyway.
Gareth, snap out of it, buddy. Callum's here. Our good old pal Callum. Callum, I'm sorry, this is not the reunion you were hoping, I'm sure.
No, I was kind of hoping for that 2 years ago, Pooh.
Pooh, I don't think this is the Callum we knew.
Oh, well, it is the same. He's got the same smile.
So would a mirror, but it doesn't make it the same Callum.
Smells like the same Callum.
I say, Orbog knows. Callum, tell us something about yourself that only we would know.
You know, I thought I might have something to say, but given the fact that I'm pretty sure we're not friends, I don't know that you'd know anything.
Not friends. What about that one time we
You left me to rot in jail and die.
Yes. I keep forgetting to come back to that. It wasn't our fault. You see, there was this, how do I describe him? You know what he looked like, right? Orbog. He was with the
stupid.
Yes, just like that.
We had a interesting being.
I'm not really interested in what you have to say.
Well, all right
Personally.
then. Bless your heart, honey.
Oh,
Could all get a round of veils?
Yeah.
This is
It
starting
goes
to get
both
interesting.
ways.
There was a being who kind of looked like a unicorn, but not quite. And he
was like an ethnic unicorn.
Oh yes, and he sent us forward in time 2 years, and it caused lots of problems. So we really have been only we've been looking for you this whole time, but we've lost 2 years of time.
I blame him for everything.
Yes, he does.
Blame Pooh.
Orbog's a little bitter.
If you want to blame her, she deserves some too, though.
Blame who?
Aelin.
Well, I'm not completely blameless. I understand the vitriol.
What now?
Well, I'm
The
very
anger.
sorry that you lost 2 years. That sounds absolutely horrible for you.
Yes, and I'm
Right,
sure
Shane.
you lost 2 years too, didn't you, Callum?
I lost a lot more than that, Pooh.
Oh yes, you did lose more than that. I remember.
He lost all the years.
I'm sorry, Callum, that I couldn't have been there for you while you were in prison. That I couldn't come and save you. But I can't do everything. I'm coming to realize I can't always protect everyone that I love. But I can try.
Well, I wish sorry meant something here.
Well, you said we needed help. You needed help with something?
Well, you can't help everyone, can you, Pooh?
You know, the secret to making a meringue pie is slowly stirring in sugar. Why don't we sit down and calmly speak this out? Because there's a lot of emotions here, and I'm hungry.
Oh, wise words, Brother Panda, but I thought we were talking this out.
I think we need to slow conversation down. She's yelling at that one. He looks like he's yelling at you, or he's just angry at you, and the Tin Man is just standing there and sniffing weird air for some reason.
Yes, what were you saying, Gareth, about this not being Callum? I'm pretty sure he's angry enough to be Callum.
Perhaps, but we have seen things that appear to be one thing and are not. Have we not?
What are you trying to say? Spit it out. I'm listening.
I just did.
Well, I didn't hear it. Say it again, just for old time's sake.
He thinks you're a zombie boy.
A what?
Or a impersonator. Personally, I'm voting for zombie boy.
This is Callum. This is flesh and blood Callum. Right,
Well,
I mean-
I am two of those things.
flesh and blood?
Callum. And that.
And what?
Do you not remember killing me?
I do, but you're here.
That didn't get reversed.
Wait, so you're still dead?
In not so many words, yeah.
Oh, can we get a medic?
Are you just mostly dead?
No, I'd say it's pretty complete.
Wouldn't it have been nice if the keeper could have reversed time and saved you before you got killed? Boy, that
Who
would
now?
Be nice to get together.
Did you hear that? Was that him?
It was a bard. It was a bard from Three Doors Down.
Who?
The unicorn grumpy guy that made us lose 2 years of time, the one that Orbog hates.
Yes.
So if he has the power to turn back time, why exactly did you all lose 2 years then?
Well,
he doesn't do what we want. He does what he wants.
We've tried.
I've never met anyone like that.
Oh, what? Who?
That was a joke, like the funny kind, only different.
It wasn't very funny, Callum. Is the joke about you being dead still? Is that one of those same jokes?
No, that's real. And I wish it were a joke, but I'm figuring out that most of my life is. And that's about all I get. So
you're dead, but you're talking.
Yeah, that's what I came here to talk about. Until I found, the truth that I didn't want to find. So.
Oh, wait, what truth? That we tried to save you? That we lost 2 years? That we've been working together to defeat a great evil? I'm sorry, Callum, but it's not like we haven't been busy too, like we haven't had troubles.
No, I think mainly it's the fact that you're still hanging out with the person that turned me in.
She has been a great help.
And I grab Aelin, and I bring her in close.
I know that she may have made some poor decisions, but look at Wilder there. He hasn't made right decisions, and we're hanging out with him.
And I just
no. I've got a question for you, Pooh.
You, Callum, what were you doing before we met?
I was with the bugbears. You mean prior to that?
Oh, yes, prior to that.
Wandering, mostly.
Wandering, yes. Well, I don't have anything there because I don't really know that much about it.
I've got a question for you, Pooh.
I've got an answer.
Right, now if you came face to face with the person that sold Christopher, would you be hanging out with them still?
I would have probably chopped his head off.
Alright. Just making sure.
But he's a monkey now.
I am learning that may not always be the best response.
Aelin, please, just tell him you're sorry for selling him into slavery.
Well, I am, but he doesn't seem to be too keen on apologies, so I figured it'd be better just if I kept my mouth shut.
Liking you already.
I've kept my mouth shut the whole time. Do you like me?
No.
Who are you?
So I kind of strut forward and stick out my hand. I'm Wilder Filch, and I'm hanging out with these guys. Yeah.
I do not shake it, but I nod hello.
He gets into trouble and we get him out of trouble and we like him. He was a goat once.
I was a goat.
But he's helpful.
Could I buy you an ale, pint, something?
The goat thing is not a permanent thing.
I think that'd be good.
All right, and I head off to the bar.
Oh,
I will walk away from everyone else and follow Wilder, my new favorite person in this party.
So, from what I gathered, you died. Wait, you're the body that they hold out of the tower.
Yeah, that was probably me.
Okay. So what's it like to be dead or undead, maybe?
Well, I'd say that my life wasn't all that great so far, so I wouldn't say it's a vast improvement or worse. It's just plumb line for me, across the board.
Well, that's fair. Yeah. You don't know any other like undead people, do you?
Do you want a party or something?
Well, that would be nice. But
It's a little weird if you're into that, but
I mean, I'm okay to party, but that's not really what I was asking. So, just recently, my mentor from before I met Pooh and the rest of them, supposedly he's not in his grave, which he should be, and Christopher is not in his grave, and he should be. So I was wondering if maybe you've been partying with
dead?
them. Yeah. That happened at the tower.
I was a little occupied.
Obviously, you wouldn't know that. That's right. Yeah. So I'm assuming you know nothing about other dead or undead people.
I probably know a lot more than you do.
Well, I would believe that. Okay. You know what? I know you're not like the most comfortable with these people, but you have to understand that they're great. They've got big hearts and they're willing to do most anything for anybody, especially you. Grab your pint and let's go back to the table and we can sort this all out.
Yeah, right.
You can have 2 pints if you want. I don't care.
There's no bartender. Get what you want. It's fine. I will take 1 pint, thank you.
And I will take 2. And head back to the table.
I will sit at the table that's like adjacent to the table, keeping the opposite side of the table from Aileen and Pooh.
Aileen,
Yes, Pooh.
you've got to do something about Callum.
To be honest, I don't blame him because he never gave me the chance he never got the chance. I never got the chance to apologize appropriately.
What were you doing in the first place, selling Callum again?
There was a bounty on both of your heads, and I was in need of money.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, you were trying to sell me too.
Yes.
Well,
Yes, I
forgive and
was.
forget, as they say.
Oh, that sounds like something I would do.
What?
May I
What's
just
that?
I take a big swig of my ale.
Brother Panda, what do you think of this situation? How would you approach it in all your wisdom?
Time heals many wounds, but you have time lost from you. And then when time is lost, it is hard to find again.
Blah, 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 blah.
Well, Bog, it sounds like you have some suggestions. I've got it.
Let him fight.
That's what I was going to say.
Thank you, Karasaga.
Twinsies.
Hey, Callum,
Yeah?
what would you say to punching Aileen in the face?
I wouldn't advise the nose.
I'll take
There's a
another
resident
pint.
there.
Yeah. Yeah, she's right. Avoid the nose. She has a demon up in it.
No. Hold on. I run that by me again.
I disappeared briefly, and then I reappeared, and apparently it was with the help of a demon in my nose. Although I
thought
think
my
at one
allergies
point,
were bad.
indeed, and so it's mostly been benign, but it did save us against some yetis.
Oh, and we think Wilder has Wilder, lift up your shirt. Show Callum.
No, we took care of that.
Oh, that's
in
right.
the finale. That was taken care of.
You can keep your shirt on. Don't.
Yeah, don't give Wilder an excuse to take off his shirt.
Fair enough. So I tuck my shirt back in.
But conveniently undo a button at the same time.
Right. Top button tucked in.
Well, that's interesting. I don't want to punch her in the face. I don't care. Maybe you're missing that.
You don't care, so why are you so grumpy?
You seem very Carrie.
I don't not care. It's that I don't care about any of you.
Oh, well, that's not very nice, Callum.
Yeah, I haven't had a very nice 2 years, Pooh.
I haven't had a very nice, I don't know how many days. Mr. DM.
He's talking to the ceiling it again.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Just for my own reference, and because I don't take very good notes, how long have we been doing this thing?
Doing what thing?
That thing you do.
4 days.
The, savings and doing stuff without Callum? Since we've got back.
So, after Callum got arrested, you guys went and did the Sumo Girl episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
And when you came back, that was 2 years later.
Mm-hmm.
Then you guys liberated Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm.
And since you've liberated Waterdeep, it's been another, I think I said, a year and a half.
That's what I was thinking.
So it's been 3.5 years since you've last been rolling with Callum.
Rolling with
I died a year and a half ago. Yes. Correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you've only been resurrected for about the last day.
Perfect.
But we don't know that.
You're fresh.
Time. Ripe, you might say.
Still a little juicy. Just like this conversation.
Well, I understand that you may have feelings or not have feelings about us, but Callum, I still care about you. I still cared about Christopher, even after he did all that he did. Even though he did all that evil stuff, I still didn't truly give up on him. I still cared about him.
Maybe you shouldn't have.
Or maybe I shouldn't have, but I don't think that's the case. If I would have given up on him, I might as well just give up on everything. I don't think giving up is the answer, Callum.
I beg to differ.
Oh, Bog, we'll have a talk later.
If I could interrupt, Callum. So, did you just come back to haunt everybody like a ghost, or
No,
do you have unfinished business?
Neither. I would say neither of those are the case. I came here to talk about the person who raised me. Not familial wife,
family.
but
Oh, do tell. We want to hear your story.
I don't want to talk about any of them, but
Tell me about Mommy and Daddy, Callum.
I'd really rather not.
Callum, what is your last name?
That's
Because
a piece of
I know we've got
information that I have.
Wilder over here, and we've got Bob.
Didn't you say your last name was Filch, not Wilder?
I always get his first and last name mixed up.
Right, he's called me Finch. He's called me the Wilder. Yes, my first name is Wilder,
Laura
last name Felch.
Ingalls, I think, was one of them.
Distant relative.
Oh, yes.
My last name's Morda. I don't know why that
Morda?
pertains to the conversation.
Well, it makes it easier. Then I can say, I just didn't know, and now is a good time to ask.
It's easier than saying Callum for you to know my last name as well.
Morda. Just rolls off the tongue. Anyway, where was I? Where were you? You were going to tell us about the person who raised you.
I'm regretting wanting to tell you.
Don't you miss us so much, Callum?
I mean, I don't particularly care for my family either. I understand not want to talk about your parents.
I also don't want to talk to my parents. I was going to talk to you about Zeus. Zeus? Is that how I pronounce it? DM.
Zeus.
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 Talk about Zeus. Listen, we're going to go through all the pantheons today.
I'm not wearing any pantheons.
Oh, dear.
I do still have mine on. That is
That's
a line I will not cross.
That's a feat I hear about you, Wild.
I came to talk about Zeus.
Zeus.
Not ringing any bells. What have you been doing?
Defeating Christopher, who was Damien's disciple, who was Carrick's disciple, who has some distance relation to the nose demon.
That's not confirmed.
Well, it could be. Those are the people. Oh, there was also the. Yes, that's it right now.
Alien, in your head, you hear a voice say, "He's not the smartest person, is he?"
Oh, Bog.
Which one?
Oh, are you talking to me?
You talking to me?
Well, alrighty then. Apparently I've had too much ale, even though I don't think I've had any.
I have more. Not much. But I have
No,
more.
you don't.
I think Pooh drank the last of your ale.
I'm sorry.
All right. Probably best anyway. So, where you from? Where you going? I'm so confused.
She was telling us about. Oh shoot! I should have written it down.
Someone named Zeus? Zoe?
I think I've told you guys to take notes so many times.
Zoinks?
Don't worry, guys. I'm taking such good notes right now.
No, you're not, liar.
I am. Oh,
It's
okay.
weird. It's weird hearing you get friendly and then go back to being angry.
I know.
It's a very stark difference, but I have to channel it.
All right,
Now, Callum, how do you
I'm in an
spell
abusive
that?
relationship here.
Oh no.
ICALLUM.
That doesn't help.
All right. So Zeus.
Zeus, yes. You big
All right.
necromancer, the one that wants to raise an undead army. Have you not heard about any of this? Because he talks about it an awful lot when he's messing with you.
I don't believe
Evil
we've heard
villain
that.
level of monologue.
One of them guys.
You should try getting tortured by him. Maybe he'll tell you all about it.
Torture's not my thing.
That might happen later in this episode. You never know.
Boy, am I looking forward to it.
I need Steve, you weren't there for it. Aileen,
Mm-hmm.
Pooh,
Yes?
and Orbog. I need you to make a perception check, please.
17.
And if you fail, I can just tell you.
Well, I was
falling off.
about to follow a line of,
Crit fail.
oh no.
All right, Orbog and Aileen. When she mentions the name Zeus, it takes a minute, but then you remember a poorly executed plan to try to sell Pooh into slavery to...
I should hope you remember it, Aelin. Because it was where we met, and then where you sold me instead. So, if you need to connect the dots...
I jumped in the middle of that, so I feel like I get a pass.
Aileen,
oh yeah, let me
erase
the last 2 years of my life.
Get out of slavery free card.
Yeah.
So, was that the gentleman who was buying the bugbears?
Yeah.
I think so.
I thought he was connected with the whole Kakarot deal.
The what?
Kakarot.
Carrick.
Carrick.
Oh, Zane's here?
Yes.
I thought she was having a seizure.
Possibly.
I mean...
No. Carrick got rid of all the bugbears, so I assumed that he was in line with him.
I mean, he's working with Christopher. So, I assume by extension was probably working with the rest of them.
Yeah, all the bugbears except for a very few are gone, so that would make sense.
That'll make my favorite enemy useless now, but that's alright.
Yes.
Well,
He's
now,
probably died.
does this mean he raised all the dead bugbears?
Like Christopher?
If Christopher's not in his tomb, I'm gonna guess that Zeus has raised him.
Yeah,
Yes.
Christopher is not in his tomb. Callum, I know I'm not your favorite person, but can you perhaps tell me what Zeus looks like?
Well, sure. Let me just give you this very DM-titled description. It'll sound like not my voice.
Wow, Callum.
Give me a second. Jerks.
We'll give you a second, Callum. It's okay.
Hey, I'm trying to make connections here.
I'm just trying to mentally think of it.
I thought she was
With a
going to hold
different
up a mirror.
What's going on there?
Well,
That's
Zeus,
intriguing.
all right. He is a wood elf. When you guys last saw him, he was wearing a black cloak. He had very pale skin. And he was a druid. Or to requote the episode that you saw him, he was a level 20 druid, to which Squid said, "Get wrecked."
Yeah, I did. I recall this. Let the record state that I still believe that I got wrecked.
It's a matter of opinion.
Is it?
Does he perhaps not always wear his robes and look a bit more dapper?
I couldn't say that I ever looked at him and went, you're looking awful dapper today. But maybe that was just my perspective.
Aileen, are you thinking about that person you told us about?
I'm wondering if this is who my parents owed money to. Because
your parents dead?
I would hope not, but I'm not entirely sure.
Well, that certainly justifies slavery.
What are you talking about, Ormog?
Olvog, that's a whole nother conversation that I thought we'd moved on from.
I would like to submit that I have not fully moved on from it yet, but...
Thank you. We will take that into consideration.
If I may,
thank you. Appreciate
Callum.
it. Yeah.
When
Blah, 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 blah.
when you became mostly undead,
I'd say all the way, but sure.
right? Was there scorch marks from where you were laying?
I didn't look.
That's rude. All buddies have a little bit of that when they're... Oh, sorry.
I didn't look. I can take you back there.
If
I don't.
that might be good. That would confirm some things for us.
Yes, that would tell us if Christopher's body, which did Zeus, are the Scorches in league with Zeus? Do you know that, Callum?
Are they the Scorches? Are they in
Yes.
league with? Are they working together?
Yes, the Scorches. Because we're pretty sure they're the ones that brought back Christopher.
Are we talking about fire? Like the actual element of fire that left scorch marks?
Yes, there were scorch marks all over around where Christopher was, so we assume
Yes, as
there were
far as I
scorches
can tell.
there.
All of fire is in league with Zeus.
Oh, this is awful.
Now, I'll answer your questions. Maybe. I'll consider it. Can we go back to the fact that you have a demon in your nose? Because I'm kind of curious about that.
Again, he hasn't been exceptionally active since we were up against the Yetis and self-preservation kicked in.
And you know that it's a demon.
He doesn't really like the circle thing that we draw.
His name is Rahu, and he says that he and I were trapped in the abyss together and that he helped me get out. And as a result, he lives in my nose. He was in my eye, and that was quite uncomfortable. So my nose is more comfortable for me anyway.
And you ever tried to,
Technically, I'm in your sinuses,
get him out?
but that's fine.
We did briefly, but then Christopher and bugbears and druids and, war happened. We just haven't circled back to it yet.
And, you can't just, think real hard and force them out or anything like that.
No, but I have blown my nose a couple times, and nothing's happened.
I see. Fascinating. That's all. I'll come back to that later, maybe.
Well, Callum, you said that you could take us to where you were resurrected.
Yeah.
We could look for some clues, right, Brother Panda?
I believe so.
Gareth, we could use some of your prayer stuff to see what things might have caused all this.
I will assist where I can, but undead make me fantastically uneasy.
To go to grave?
Oh, he loves desecrating stuff.
It's already been desecrated. We're not going there to make it worse.
Oh, then that should be fun.
We're going there to make it better.
I'm out of ale, so we could go.
Wilder, do you have flowers? We could bring some flowers for it to make it prettier.
Perhaps Dunnan has some.
Did somebody call my name? I'm just back here. I've got popcorn. What?
But Dunnan, do you have any flowers? We're going to a gravesite.
And you are?
My name's Durnan. I run this place. You guys are drinking my ale.
Oh, the last I heard that there was no bartender here, so.
Well, he's Durnan for you.
Oh, my lord.
Oh, no, that means he's with Zeus. The fire.
He does have fire behind his head.
Pooh, I don't know that flowers are necessary. We're going to look at a desecrated tomb, so it might be too late.
More of a, grave than a tomb.
All right, we should probably bring honey, though.
Aelin, this might not be a good idea.
Aelin is going to look exceptionally uncomfortable and ignore the voice she thinks she is hearing in her head.
Aelin, there's nothing wrong with a bit of honey every now and then.
That is true, dear, but it does not travel well. Perhaps we could get some meat sticks.
I don't think it's going to last that long anyway.
Also true.
All right, so are we going? Are we staying?
Lead the way, Callum.
I will.
Should we stay or should we
Start
go?
to go. Montage of walking.
I figure at some point I get out of my disguise and get my weapons and armor.
Oh,
Okey-doke.
I hadn't noticed you there. Something's changed.
So you guys are heading.
I guess.
Suddenly I have go to the graveyard stuck in my head by the deadlines.
You have that, and I have keep walking from Josh and the Big Wall.
Me
in my
too.
Head.
Oh my God. I have zombies stuck in my head, so.
That's understandable.
I got move on down the road from the Wiz.
Get on down the road.
What a good movie.
All is acceptable.
I don't have anything stuck in my head.
Soundtrack for this episode will be available.
Provided
on
by
Spotify.
the cast.
Playlist. We could make it a playlist, actually.
Do it.
Heavens.
Waiting for Josiah to come back to the desk.
Oh, no.
We don't need to. Leave me behind.
Grace gets enough of Josiah. This is our show now.
All right. So anyway, so you guys make your way to. I forgot I was DMing this for a while there. I haven't had to say anything this whole time. It's been an hour. You guys make your way to the cemetery where Callum had been buried. and you pull up to where he was buried. Sorry, pronouns. What am words? And it looks like somebody crawled out of the grave.
I am incredibly uneasy being here. I am staying towards the edge.
Well, that's definitely a grave.
I'll stay with her.
I'm gonna make a perception check, looking around, see if there's any other graves that are disturbed, and also scorch marks.
I believe it'd be an investigation check, sir.
That's a natural 20 plus stuff.
Mr. DM, what are the what's the plant life like around this area?
It's spring now, so I mean.
Oh, yellow cloud of death. Got it.
Not every place is Louisiana.
True.
Just throwing that out there.
The cadaver plants are in bloom.
You mean not everybody has a cloud of pollen that just floats through the air?
Slowly suffocating its residents.
I would
and like touching everything.
Only the strong survive in Louisiana.
Yeah, that's not true. The rest of us will suffer and die.
Anyway,
visit Louisiana.
Today's episode brought to you by the State of Louisiana Tourism Board.
Yeah, we got fired.
If you stay here, you'll get locked in by the pollen.
But as far as the vegetation is concerned, it is it's pretty normal. It's not like dead or anything, if that's what you're asking about.
Any tall grass?
Any bushes? Maybe a tree?
Why, are you going to talk to him?
Yeah.
Any daffodils?
That's exactly what I'm thinking. I just know that the grass sounds high. The bushes are too concerned about dogs. If there's a tree, I might be able to have an intelligent conversation.
It is
I am Groot.
I mean, I'll deal with what I deal with, but like, is there anything near the grave that might be able to tell what's going on, what's happened in the last 24 hours?
There's grass.
If only we had something that had come out of the grave.
Well, we have your perspective.
To be fair, Callum, you didn't actually see what happened when you came out of the grave. You just came climbing out. So
rocket from the crypt.
Well, I assumed based on a message that I was not alone.
You were alone. If you're talking about a message that you and I had.
Okay.
After what had happened at the tower when both Christopher and Pooh killed you.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last time that you saw anybody alive up until you meeting the group in the pub.
Okay.
All
right.
Back to the show.
So none of the other graves here look disturbed, only Callum's.
Only Callum's.
Were there scorch marks?
With that nat 20, I will tell you that there were not.
Well, Brother Panda, I can confirm the scorches have nothing to do with it.
Then perhaps your friend Christopher was raised by another mysterious force.
It seems awfully convenient to have more than one dead person walking around, though.
Are you trying to say that there are two people that are popping dead bodies up like daisies?
It's possible.
Oh, dear.
I look over at the paladin. You, Tin Man, are there a lot of people in this area that have the ability to do something as unholy as this?
Would I know that much about what the goings on would be?
I bet the keeper could.
The keeper can do anything. Anything I want him to, anyway.
Maybe want to channel the keeper?
If you know how to.
Oh, keeper.
Go ahead and make either a religion or a history check.
Or history. How about athletics? Can I roll on athletics?
No.
Pick the big number.
History 10.
That is the big number.
You don't know of anybody specifically that would have that.
I don't know anyone specifically that would have that.
You do know that.
I do know that.
Seriously, dude. If you want
seriously,
me to.
Dude.
You do know that necromancy is a form of magic that has been banned.
I think necromancy is a form of magic that's been banned.
Correct, Orbog. Thank you for filling that vital piece of information in, where
Let the DM.
could have done exactly the same thing.
Oh, well, this is fun.
Also, my name is Gareth. Gareth Uxish.
Who are you introducing
Gesundheit.
yourself to now?
Bless
I
you.
was introducing myself to Panda because he called me Metal
Tin Man.
Man or something. Tin Man.
So is our token female character not going to talk to a tree?
There's no trees around.
You got grass.
Okay.
I mean,
Talk to the grass.
didn't work out too well for the grass last time.
I mean, as long as nobody has a weed whacker.
I think it has an earache.
It might. So,
In my eye? What?
okay. Well, let's talk with the grass and see if it gives us more information.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Could you tell us who other than ourselves has been here recently?
Other than everybody who's here right now?
Yes.
Well, like, just everybody who's here right now. I mean, that guy over there was here earlier by himself when he, like, climbed out of the ground.
There was no one here with him?
No.
Was there anyone here before he climbed out the ground?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people here, right? Because there's, like, dead people. They feed us.
I was about to say, I'm sure they are very nutritious for you. But, I mean, maybe just a little bit before he started climbing out of the ground, maybe saying some weird things.
Nah.
Okay. Well.
They don't usually do that, you know.
Say weird things.
No, come out of the ground.
Oh, well, yes, I did know that. So we're actually trying to figure out why he came out of the ground.
Do you have any manure?
Not on hand.
Let's hope not.
You don't know what she's saying.
I was replying to a joke Orbog had made.
Yeah, all those Orbog jokes.
So, but I do think that you probably have a very rich and nutrient atmosphere here without manure.
Yeah, it's great until like Thursday.
Why Thursday?
That's when they mowed the lawn.
Oh, well, that is tragic.
It is Thursday.
I mean,
Do not want to hear more grass die, guys.
at that moment, I walk over to where Aileen is.
No!
Aileen, did you find anyone to talk to?
I did. They have not seen anything that we haven't already been told. So there was no one here right before Callum came out of the ground. They do think that it's quite memorable that Callum came out of the ground.
So, not an everyday experience.
No. I'm gonna look at the grass again. Has anybody else come out of the ground recently?
No. Should they? Are we doing this wrong?
No. You're doing it right. We just wanted to make sure that our friend here was the only one to have come out.
Well, what do you think about all this?
I'm still trying to understand why somebody's talking to the grass.
It's a talent.
Oh, yeah,
That's what you want to call it. Picking a lock is a talent. Sneaky, stabby is a talent. Anyway,
you have never talked to grass before.
I won't answer that. So, this is pretty similar to what we're dealing with. I mean, as much as I don't want to talk about it, my mentor, like, crawled up out of a grave, maybe, or was dug up. It seems related, but we're not really finding any answers here.
Indeed. Perhaps we should exit the graveyard in the middle of the night.
Wait, is it night?
It was night when we went to Dunnan's.
But it could be morning. You can never tell.
Except for the fact that it's dark outside and the moon's up.
It could be morning.
I'm just so thankful right now we don't have any werewolves in our party.
Oh.
Maybe we could find a person who's doing the graveyard tours.
It's going to be my next job after this. Just haunted tours. I will be what's haunting it.
Callum, speaking of you, since you were speaking, do you know where that Zeus guy hides out? Is it where we first met him?
DM, do I know where I was kept?
You were kept on a deeper level of the tower, and he is not there anymore, as far as you know.
Well, I don't know much. I've been around for us. It's been a hot minute since I've been around, so.
Fair enough.
The tower is where he was before. I don't know where he is now.
Wait, you were at the tower too?
Yeah.
That's where you killed him.
Yeah, well, yes, but...
Hey, Pooh's talking to himself again.
How could you forget that?
I know he was there. Owen, he was there, but I thought before that he was at the prison. Remember, wasn't he? We were going to rescue him from the prison.
Yeah, I was in the prison for about a year and a half. And then they told me they'd be releasing me. Moved me back up this way.
Hooray!
And next thing you know, hooray! Super fun.
I know where this is going.
So much. And then I was kept in one of the basements of the tower. I'm still in the haunted tours. Just so excited about this new career venture I've got.
It will be a good way to make a little bit of money.
She knows all the good haunts.
She makes
brought me back to the tower and kept me in the basement where I met Zeus, and we had just a lovely time of chit-chatting, getting to know each other.
Did you know, Gareth was in the basement once before? Weren't you, Gareth?
You were there?
I believe I was.
He was
Glad you got out.
Yes, the keeper got him out. Isn't that right? Isn't that what you told us?
Yes, our very good friend, the keeper.
I have this party so divided.
Yeah.
I find that
he's so great. Yeah, he helped you get out, but not Callum. Wow.
Yeah, I might side with Orbog on this one. It sounds as though the keeper's the one that kept you from helping in the beginning, and also didn't help later. And can't say I'm too particularly interested in him.
Well, you should.
And neither are we.
Well, I would be interested in having a conversation with him.
Well, I'd be interested in that.
Oh yes, you should get together with him sometime. See if he could fix your deadness, and maybe convince him that we can go back in time and save you. And now that we know where you are, we really need to find the keeper.
You knew where I was before. It's not as if they were lying about putting me in prison.
We did go to where they kept the prison, and they said that you were gone.
Yeah, that kind of happens 2 years later, I imagine.
No need to get snippy.
Is it not the time? Not the time. When should I?
When should you get snippy?
Mm-hmm.
Probably never.
I will take that into consideration.
It is like Brother Panda says.
Blah blah blah.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't say that.
I don't blah blah blah.
What's that thing you say, Brother Pan?
I say many things.
That's that smart one about
the purple is the people, and the people
I don't think Orbog likes you very much, Brother Pan.
I don't know if you've noticed, but Orbog doesn't like anybody.
Including Orbog.
Horbog likes me, right, Horbog? High five. Don't leave me hanging.
Mm-hmm.
Callum, high five.
I don't know. I see what you've done to your friends.
What, Wilder?
Yeah, big furry boy, and I jump up and high five him.
See, some people like me.
All right, so why are we just standing here chit-chatting? When there's, I can't detect magic or nothing like that. Is there anything deeper going on that all you magic-y people can check out?
Let me just check one thing.
Otherwise, we're just wasting our time.
Yeah, let's all split up and go 7 different ways to 7 different cemeteries.
No, I'm okay with hanging out with you guys. I mean, I'm not doing nothing else.
Clearly. So I take it your ad on the list of Gregory hasn't panned out for any jobs?
Only the wrong kind of jobs.
We need to work on your marketing skills.
I would agree, and we should have that discussion later.
Oh, look, she's trying to get rid of Wilder, just like she got rid of Caleb.
Who's Caleb?
Who's Caleb?
Callum! The keeper always messes up his name, too.
Do you know where you're at?
Oh, then I
Orbog?
certainly don't like the keeper anymore. Do I know where I am?
No, Orbog.
Oh.
No.
Where did you come from, may I ask?
Who, me?
Yeah, meringue man.
I've just been kind of here in the city for a while, real chilled. Not really a lot going on in my life until Pooh here found me, and he was really troubled and really upset.
Oh yeah. Who's really good at finding people?
Well,
Yes, I was. Oh wait. Was that?
to be fair, I helped him find people better because he was real upset about you for some reason.
He helped me find myself.
I don't know about this, if you knew this, but when he cries at night, he says your name.
All right, this
I'll see y'all later.
this grave 6 feet deep or 8 feet deep? I'm not real sure, but it feels deeper than normal.
That is because Pooh is digging himself into it.
I didn't realize.
So, Garrett,
Yes.
any luck with the magic-y things?
I can't feel anything since my last thing. That probably has expired, right?
That would have expired, correct?
Yeah. No. I can tell that she's undead. Excuse me. He's undead.
Whoa!
But I think we all know that at this point.
Yeah, that would
What?
be correct.
I've died.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no. What will I tell my mother? Who I still don't want to talk about.
What about
I
your
was
dad?
about to say, we still don't know what her name is.
I sure don't want to talk about my father either.
Well, we're not doing anything constructive standing out here. Right, Wilder had mentioned that we're not getting anywhere. How can we find out where this Azaios is? I wrote a note, and it's a good thing because I have to keep looking at it.
Well,
Azaios.
we can talk to all the grass.
That's not helpful.
Do
The
any of you
grass is
happen
not.
to know how to locate objects or people?
As you know, Callum, I'm very good at finding people.
Yes, I've noticed.
Maybe I can do it.
Yes. Pooh, why don't you go look for Zeos? And we'll stay over here and do it our way.
And what's your way, Callum?
That's what I'd like
Where
to know.
you're not, probably.
Where I'm not. Oh, Callum, I think you came back with less of a heart.
Came back with a lot less.
I liked you better before.
Before you killed him?
All right,
This is not the time.
I feel like we've
Actually-
had this conversation before.
This is the time.
So-
Bugs, you need to stop bringing that up. I didn't mean to kill Callum.
Whoops, there's my dead friend.
Oh, Bog. This new lifestyle does not become you.
Feels great to me.
Pooh kind of walks off into the graveyard. He's walking away from the rest of you guys.
Cue the sad, incredible Hulk walking away music.
I'll at least stay close to him.
All right. So what's everybody doing? You guys are just kind of kicking dirt in the graveyard right now.
I am walking away from everyone.
I can't imagine why. We've been nothing but kind.
Gareth, do you have any graves you'd like to desecrate?
I'm walking closer to Pooh than anyone else, so.
I'm hanging out with Callum.
Have you been... No, I don't. How long has it been? Someone want to fill me in?
It has been about a year and a half.
Right, and what have you done in the meantime?
Well, not a lot. We had a Patreon.
So par for the course then.
Grace's birthday, I think, was part of
that episode was non-canon outside of a certain elixir that a certain bugbear has.
I do have elixir. It's great with mashed potatoes.
I'm trying to figure out how in the world I became the leader of this group. That does not suit me at all. So here's the thing. We helped reclaim Waterdeep. Stumblefoot's in charge. I don't know.
Who's Stumblefoot?
Well, he's a cleric guy. We met ever so briefly. Anyway, so we've got somebody good in charge of Waterdeep. Christopher is, well, he was dead. Pooh killed him. But now
him
maybe
on
he's
purpose.
not dead.
You not so much.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, to be... I would assume, out of character, that Pooh has talked to everybody about what happened, because there's no way Wilder knows what happened.
I think Gareth would have shared what had happened.
Yeah.
Gareth was there. So
Gareth and Stumblefoot were there,
Okay.
so they would have shared for.
Okay.
I'm assuming. I'm sorry, Gareth. I don't mean to speak for you, but I would assume that they would have been like, this is what happened when the dead body of Callum was coming down the stairs.
Right.
For the record. Now, I don't want this to be mistaken, and I know he's not here anymore, which I don't care about, because he's over there, and that's fine. I don't think he killed me on purpose.
That's my understanding. That's definitely not Pooh's style.
Yeah.
Right.
Most of his murders are accidental.
You're not there, Gareth.
That's why I don't have my voice.
Yeah, most of his murders are accidental.
It's just the rest of it that I have a problem with. Anyway, so Stumblefoot, yes, and then so Waterdeep's just been fine.
Right, and until recently, I mean,
we've been rebuilding, but nothing out of the ordinary has happened until today.
Aileen.
Yes.
Something else other than the dead coming out of the ground has happened.
Oh, yeah.
I am not willing to share it with that man.
also,
fair.
Aileen's mom and pop just went missing. Her little brother came and found her.
That again was today.
Apparently Wilder is willing to share that with that man.
Wilder doesn't care.
So,
He's tired of standing here looking at a grave.
so your mentor's not in his grave.
Right.
Christopher's not in his grave, and your family's missing.
Right.
Indeed.
And you're out of your grave.
Yeah, yes. Thank you. I forgot about that one.
Right.
Forgot that happened.
The only difference is you and my mentor are out of graves. Christopher's out of a tomb, and Christopher has scorch marks. So I'm not a detective. I don't even pretend to play one in plays.
Wilder?
Yeah.
Just a quick reminder.
Mm-hmm.
When you visited your mentor's grave, you didn't check it for scorch marks. So,
well, that's good because I didn't make a note of it.
Is Is Christopher's tomb and your mentor's grave here in this cemetery?
They are not.
Fine.
No.
Only the beggars get buried in this one, so I get it. It's fine.
Pooh got you a very nice grave. I'm gonna.
Just so I felt the need to say that on Pooh's behalf.
If only I'd had a nice life to go with it.
No, I mean,
he died like he lived. Edgelord.
Are you interested in going and looking? I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of looking at my mentor's missing body, but Christopher might be of interest.
Isn't everywhere your mentor's missing body, if you think about it?
Not if I close my eyes.
Should we go back to where we met Zeus?
I think it'd be better to go and check out. I almost said Dave. Check out Wilder's mentor's grave and see if we can find any similarities.
I'm not particularly interested in being in more cemeteries.
I can understand that.
But if you want to, we can indeed have a 3-way party split. I'm sure the DM would love it.
I can kill you all, that's fine.
Rocks fall, we all die. Well, we do have another option of we could go to my parents' bakery and discuss that. Now, we've already been back there. It's been cleaned up since I was there, so there's not any evidence, but at least it's not a graveyard that we know of.
So why would we go there?
It's not a graveyard.
I mean, that sounds better than a cemetery.
Okay. I'm going to go see if Pooh would like to join us. And so Aileen walks that way.
Pooh and Gareth, you are approached by Aileen.
Oh, roll initiative.
Halfling's about to die.
Hello, Aileen.
Hello, Pooh. We are about to head back to my family's bakery. Would you like to come with us?
Is everyone else going?
Yes, I believe so. We need somewhere to think that's not a cemetery.
But we've been thinking, we've been talking, but when are we going to do something?
As soon as we can figure out something to do. So, Orbog is a fan of going back to where they were selling the bugbears, so that might be an option. But honestly, I'd rather not go there at night.
Well, Aileen, what do you want to do? I know your family is missing, and that's a hard thing. I know.
I'm not sure what to do. At this point, I am moving because I have to. Because I can't sit still. Because if I sit still, then it catches up with me. Does that make sense?
Yes. But isn't all this sitting still?
In an aspect, yes, it is. But at the same time, we have some somewhat intelligent people in our party who have better ideas than you and I.
Gareth, what do you think about all this undead stuff? I mean, how can we...
The undead stuff is very unsettling to me. I think resolving this will help Callum either one way or the other. So either he will return to where he recently has come from, or perhaps there's some way that he can be rescued from it. But yes, we should let our more intelligent brains come together and in a place where it's not so murky as here.
I'll make you a pie, Pooh.
Well, that would make me feel a little bit better.
What pie would you like?
Anything but lemon meringue.
There is an odd fascination there, isn't there?
It's not, brother. Don't let him hear me tell you this, but A brother does lemon meringue is only so-so.
Well, how about a cherry cream pie?
Oh, yes, please.
Do I hear poo?
No.
Dang it.
Roll for percent.
I did.
He rolled.
That was a 10.
Let's go back to the bakery.
Ugh.
And I will start working on a pie.
Boring.
And perhaps with a little bit of coffee and some pie, we can think a little better. I know I always think better on a full stomach.
So are we in Supernatural now or Twin Peaks? I'm not sure.
What?
It depends on what happens next.
Josiah understood my goof. All right. So you guys head back to the bakery. And as you were approaching, Aileen, you notice that the door is wide open.
Not again.
To be continued next week. You have been listening to the Playing Games with Strangers podcast, featuring the voices of John Harju, Celeste Mora, Dave Clements, Josiah Crandall, J.S. Earls, Catherine Cherwinski, and Steve MacDonald. The theme music was written and performed by Steve Arthur, used with permission. Find more of his music on Facebook or wherever you purchase music digitally. Please review this podcast wherever you download it from to help other podcasters find our podcast and join our community. And once again, thank you for listening.